Hello and welcome to my channel. I changed my YouTube channel from Riley Studios to the Kaiju, which is a lot cooler, and I changed my profile picture, so you'll see just now. But this is the mortalodon, whatever, made by Goji Center, and he did this video recently of the Hall of Shame. Luckily, Sharkosuchus wasn't in there. This is Sharkosuchus. She was not in there, luckily, but I've created a new hybrid to take down the mortalodon, and that would be the kangolin. So, this is the kangolin, and I'm going to show you what the kangolin is made out of. First up, kangaroo. So, the kangaroo is a giant rodent. Not joke. I'm joking. It's not really a rodent, but they're just crazy strong. They can jump 30 feet in one bounce, or 9 meters. They have the same bite force as a grizzly bear, an actual grizzly bear, or about double the bite force of a male African lion. Kangaroos are deadly. So, that's the base and the jaws of the kangolin done. And kangaroos, I also chose the kangaroo because of their jumping capabilities. Because as you can see in the video, he said the vampire bat, which we'll get into later, can jump along with Utahraptor DNA. So those two together make a good jumping. So kangaroos are really good at jumping, and they have a kicking force of 2,000 psi, which is the same as being stepped on by an elephant, but you're being kicked. I'm pretty sure it's the same as a horse. I'm not 100% sure. I'll do my research just now. So that's the kangaroo part of the kangolin. Next up is these red claws and reddish teeth. They're white, but the thing did not help me. My AI on WhatsApp. That is the shrew. So, shrew DNA is for the teeth to make them harder, because shrews are known for having iron teeth. As you can see in this one image here, you can see the red. It's like this metal enamel thing. Then it's the pangolin. Pangolins are an armadillo species. I'm pretty sure they're like the cousin of the armadillo. But I chose the pangolin for 2 reasons. Reason 1 is because they're very flexible. As you can see here, they can turn into a ball, they climb trees, they dig holes, along with this giant claws. So, as in Goji Center said in the Hank Indominus 3.0, which is not a thing, but he said in order for a hybrid to be working, all genomes need to be working together. Kangaroos use their arms, and so do pangolins, because they dig. So those two work together to help the kangolin. Oopsie, that's the kangaroo. The pangolin be a thing. And pangolins have armor, just like the mortalodon, which is arapaima. And I did a lot of research. I spent like 2 weeks trying to figure out what animals I would need to get through this skin. It was very difficult, I'm telling you. But then kangaroo popped in my mind from this one video, and there we go. I stuck with kangaroo since they have a bite force of almost 1,000, and not armadillos, arapaimas are basically eaten by caimans, jaguars, and piranhas, pack of piranhas. So that's why I chose kangaroo, because they have a strong bite force, the same as a grizzly bear. and double, almost double, of an African male lion, which is really insane. Next is the breeding, reproduction. That would be the hope of the Bioni gecko. I discussed this in my Sharkosuchus video. Sharkosuchus has 2 ways of reproduction: wasp DNA and Bioni gecko DNA. But the kangolin has 1 way, which would be Bioni gecko. So next is Smilodon galaxus, whatever that is. And I'm pretty sure it's just the Hoplophonus thingy. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's that. They were very small. Oh no, that's the Phytilius. But how do you say it? Galaxus, whatever, was 180 centimeters long, or 6 feet long, and like 3 feet tall. So since they're so small, it helps with their fangs, as you can see here in this image. Sorry guys, I'm just a bit under the weather. Here, you can see the fangs are being helped with Smilodon galaxus. I'm just gonna call it Galactus. Yeah. And next is the Komodo dragon for its 1-inch teeth. So the not armadillo. What do I keep saying armadillo? Arapaima has armor scales, which are like, I'm pretty sure it's like 2 millimeters long, thick. Sorry. And Komodo dragon and Smilodon galactus DNA help with the teeth and the shrew. So all of those things together with kangaroo DNA is probably around 1,500 psi, which is literally 4 times a male lion's bite force, or 1.5 times a grizzly bear. I did the calculations off camera. It took too long. This video would be like an hour long because I failed so many times. So the 1-inch teeth of the Komodo dragon with the 5 centimeter, no? Yeah, 5 centimeter, no. How long is this thing's fangs again? Just give me a second, guys. I'm gonna have to Google it. Fang size. Whoopsie. I typed in the wrong thing again. Fang size. Here. You can see here. The yellow is Smilodon galactus. So that's the average man, which is 1.8 meters tall, or 6 feet. This guy is around half. So it's about 3 feet tall. So that makes its fangs kind of small, which I got inspired from mortalodon. Okay, I can't find the exact teeth size, fang size, but from what I googled on my phone, I believe it was like 5 inches, I believe. So yeah. Next is the vampire bat, which works together with kangaroo DNA for the jumping. So it goes from 30 feet to a whopping 40 to 50 feet. That is almost half a blue whale. So that's going to help to take down the mortalodon with an insane kicking force of 3,000 psi, which is a lot. So, vampire bat goes along with the kangaroo DNA for kicking, and pangolin and vampire bat work together because pangolins have a 40 centimeter long tongue. I'm really not joking. Their tongue is long. If you don't believe me, let me Google it. Tongue length. 16 inches, over 40 centimeters. That is a big tongue. And if there was an image I saw here just now, where is it? Tongue. If I just put in tongue, you can see here. Let me just find it. There was an image. Where is it now? Okay, I can't find it, but that's okay because pangolins have 40 centimeter long tongues which go together with vampire bats, for the bleeding and sucking capabilities, you could say, because of that long tongue. Next is the axolotl, and the reason I chose axolotl is for their water breathing capabilities, because they have gills as any other, unlike other amphibians, they have gills like salamanders, but other amphibians like frogs and toads, they absorb they absorb water and air through their skin. But these guys, along with salamanders, have gills, so I use them for the regen, because this guy has bonobo DNA, which he'll use to rip the kangolin to pieces. So axolotl DNA will help with that, because they're able to regenerate parts of their brain. I'm being serious. If you don't believe me, you can Google it right now. They literally use it to regenerate parts of their brain. And finally, eagle DNA for the awesome eyesight, because kangaroos don't have very good eyesight, but they can see in a 300-degree vision, and so yeah, they can see in a big area. And I had to search a bunch of birds that could work with the kangaroo head shape, and hawk and owl and pigeon and stuff like that didn't work, but eagle did, because as you can see in this image here, you can see how you can't see anything there, or you know what I mean. So remember that. Then kangaroo, it's basically the same as you can see in the corner here. So those two work together, and that's what makes up the kangolin, which would be this beast, or this one. He's kind of cute actually, but I like this one a bit more. So that's the kangolin, a kangaroo, pangolin, oopsie, images, here we go, see, that's their tongue. The tongue literally goes into their stomach, so that's helps with the vampire bats. Shrew DNA, Bioni gecko, Smilodon galactus, Komodo dragon, vampire bat, axolotl, and finally eagle. All of those together make this the kangolin, killer of the mortalodon, wara. So its size is 2 meters tall. Well, actually it's more like like the size of a human basically. So it's just smaller than mortalodon. Length is 3.5 meters long, and it weighs a whopping 400 kilograms. So, or around, I'm pretty sure 1,000 pounds. So it's almost the same size as mortalodon, so it's gonna be a pack animal because of so the Bioni gecko so it can reproduce and basically gang up on mortalodon. So it has like so many ways of killing mortalodon, and mortalodon has so many ways of killing kangolin. So one way that kangolin can kill mortalodon is it can kick it right here in the ribs, causing the ribs to fracture and puncture the lungs. Like can't not breathing properly, but because of, I'm pretty sure, arapaima DNA, it will help against that, but it'll just slow it down because its lungs, it's bleeding eternally, which then the shrew, Smilodon galactus, and Komodo dragon will come into help with the 1,500 psi bite force to go through that skin and allow the vampire bat DNA and pangolin DNA of the tongue to all work together to make this thing bleed to death while it's bleeding eternally. That's just one way. It can, because of its amazing eagle vision, it can spot it from literally miles away. I'm pretty sure it's like 4 miles it can spot it. Maybe 3 actually. Or about 5 kilometers, I believe. So it can jump 40 to 50 feet, which then this guy is only able to jump like 10 feet, I believe. So it can jump really far, kick, bleed eternally, and that's the first way of dying. Second is biting and allowing the Smilodon galactus fangs and Komodo dragon 1-inch teeth to puncture and bleed out. So that's the second way it can die. And the third way is both of them combined in a way, because if you see here, it has these giant toenails, so it can, when it does its kick thing, it will kick and those claws will go in and it can just rip off. It will be quite difficult though because of the arapaima DNA of the scales, so that will be quite difficult. So it kicks, and while it's kicking, it claws and rips off a chunk. And another way is it can use its claws with the help of kangaroo, because kangaroos literally strangle dogs and humans all in Australia. So yeah, that's the kangaroo and pangolin work together for that. With the Smilodon galactus claws. So this thing's claws are already like 10 centimeters long, or like 4 inches. So these are some pretty big claws. So it can claw and bleed to death anywhere. And because of the amazing kick force, if you can kick it in the thigh or the head will basically just pop into like a water balloon at a party. That sounds a bit graphic actually. Or kick it in the thigh, breaking the femur, or the hip bone. I forgot what you call that. The bone that's here. You know what I'm talking about. Unless you don't, then whatever. But like the hip bone, break that. Basically paralyzed. And while I was studying the video to create the pangolin, I was thinking of inland taipan DNA for the venom, until he said what was the video, I forgot what he said exactly, but because of the what you call it vampire bat, I believe, DNA, it allows it to not take any to little bit of venom damage. So I was going to use inland taipan to paralyze it, because that's what they do, but the kick force of 3,000 psi from the kangolin is enough to paralyze it. So that's the kangolin, the mighty killer of the mortalodon. And next is going to be the killer of the Ultima Imperatrix. Ultima Imperatrix. This monster here. So, in the next video, I'm going to be making a creature hybrid to take down this guy. I'm going to study the video like I did with Mortalodon and make a hybrid to take down the Ultima Imperatrix. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed my creation of the kangolin, killer of Mortalodon. And in the next video, which will probably be in another 2 weeks' time, this will be sorted out. Bye bye and enjoy your day.